Hey guys, sorry about that. I don't know, for some reason YouTube wanted me to reconnect everything. Can I just check? Can you guys hear me fine? Does the sound good? Test. You guys can't hear me? Just let me know. Okay, perfect. All right, let's jump into this and see what is going on. Okay, this is a 15-minute chart. Just want to take a step back here. I just want to take all of this off. So we did say, let me leave this on for a bit here. Okay, so weekly analysis, when we started, we did say we want to see price come back into this fair value gap. We're in it now. It's key for us to see what's happening here today. Are we going to close down or below 50% of this fair value gap to send price lower to these levels? Or we're going to push through and try to go higher. Now, I don't know what time it is, but I think Trump is speaking at some point. So, right, so this blue block here is obviously where we want to see a sell or look for a sell setup. And just to let you guys know or see, I don't know if anybody of you guys traded the AM session. So I can show you guys what the trade was. Sorry, I'm jumping around here. All right, so just want to make sure you guys can see this. All right, so I've marked out this level to that level. That's equal highs there. And why I marked that out slightly higher, but you can lift this. So whatever news came out at 8:40 this morning, obviously created some sort of a wick, created fairly equal highs there for us. We, or I at least, looked at these equal highs here. And I thought, okay, so we might see some sort of aggressive move up and down. And then we got this. And then I thought, all right, why would I not take this trade? There was no fair value gap here. You can say there's a little bit of a break of structure there, but I wanted to see price break this low here. And it didn't go back up. And this was obviously not the 930, so I had to wait. And the market throws this. Now, I, for one, was obviously waiting for a short or looking for a short, but we didn't get the short. And what we did get was new equal highs forming just before 930. Equal lows down here. We spike through it and break structure. These equal highs and break of structure because we closed aggressively above that. My eyes then went to this level up here and say, all right, that's probably the target. And we formed a fair value gap. It's in discount. It came down here, took the trade. But once we closed below this fair value gap, I closed my trade at a small loss. But if you put your stop down here and you stuck to it, price action was obviously not great there. we eventually went all the way up to that. So this was a good trade, but it wasn't clean for me to be confident down here. But anyway, so that's where we were, and then we ran higher, and now we obviously dropping lower. So let's see what we can trade from here. This is the target. This low's here, and as you can see, 15-minute is about to break lower. So I do think there's going to be an opportunity to take a short. This break structure, let's see. Okay, so let's just read price here. Difficult to read price here because it's just dropping. All I'm going to do now, I'm just going to follow basic principles, fair value gaps, breakup structures, and see if we can obviously take that run down. Okay. Would have been nice to take the short up here, but obviously that was not the time. I think this PM sessions I might need to start trading these earlier, and the reason I'm saying, yeah, so I'm looking for sells here, not the best setups here. Okay, so here's equal lows right here. So that has definitely, and I just want to see something here. Someone asked me about IFGs yesterday. Okay, let's see. That's IFG there. So I'm shorting this one here. Just taking it down there. Let's see. Hi guys. Okay, so let's see if we can get this dropped here, and this is obviously IFEG, and it's literally we bearish, we broke invert here, inverse, and we've got equal lows here. So the retest there, want to see us go down to those equal lows. It's obviously a bigger target down here. I just don't know if we're going to drop straight down. But what's happening here right now is we're in this little fair value gap here, which I would expect to hold price for us. And or maybe not. But we're still in this bigger IFEG. So let's see how this candle close. Make this 1,000. Okay, so this high. Alright, so I'm marking the high swing points for me in black. And there's no swing point here that's been broken to make that a protected high. So hopefully we get some sort of a short here and not. Okay, we'll see if we're going to break that, then we might just collapse this trade. strange that this fair value gap inverted to the upside, and we might see it invert down again. Would be nice. Same with the AM setup. Took a bit of drawdown there. I stopped the trade and then it went in my direction. So actually going to hold on to this one a bit and see. So obviously I don't want to see it close or go above there. And I might pull this lower. Oh. Okay, so 90% of my entries are on 1 minute drops. The reason I say that, when I scalp it's 1 minute, but if I do analysis, I start higher up to anything from the daily all the way down to 15 minutes. And then I'll start scale down to 5 to 1 till I see something good. See if we can get this down. So there's a new swing point here, but I need this low to be violated with a close below it. So as you guys can see, price action is violating like this fair value gaps and IFVGs quite a bit. Like this small one in here, it was inverse to the upside and downside now. In a normal market, when you see that, you stay out, then it consolidates. But I think there's definitely an opportunity to go down to this. This is equal lows right here, and then we are going to look for this level at 24,000. But for that, I need to close strongly down here. I could drag this down just for in case and try to manage this trade and see if we can manage it all the way down, or we're going to get ripped out somewhere. Yeah, the double inverse is, I don't like, the minute I see it, I get anxious to cut my trade, or to at least get it to break even. Okay, so what is my lower target? Okay, so I'm going to move it there. It's the 24,000 level. It's not a round number or anything like that. So what it is between 3 in the morning, I mark out the highest high and the lowest low. And that high is also the high before market opens. And what I normally do is I wait and see if I'm bearish that we're going to run that high up first and then come down targeting the bottom of that range. Doesn't work all the time, but it is a good indication if you, especially when you're in a sideways market, then you'll see the market run both sides. But if it's strong momentum and it's just running one direction, then it normally don't come back. Okay, so this little double inverse is holding price there. So let's see if we can get a nice close below the swing point here. Does anybody know what time Trump is speaking? Okay, so we're about to form a swing point here. I will then bring my stop lower if we can close below this. So I normally risk between 0.3% to 1%. And that, if you guys stick around, maybe not now, but there's going to be times when the market turns good again. You'll see in this case, because it scalps, I try to build it up and then trade it like that. But on a bigger trade, I could easily sit and wait and take 1 or 2 trades a month, and that delivers a good 7, 8, or 10% on one of those trades. So what I'm trying to say there is, I mean, I'm streaming now. I do the scalping thing in the afternoons, but there are times where I would sit, and in the AM session, I will call the trade. If it's perfect, I'll take it with my life funds, and if it's not, I'll just paper trade it and read price action till that right setup comes. So I need this to close below all of this to show momentum wants to go lower, and then I'm going to reduce this risk. But if it pins now all the way up there, I'm most probably just going to close the trade, because that tells me maybe it wants to go back up. That's a swing point there. Okay, so we close below there. So I'm going to bring it to this level here. So this swing point here sent price through. This is not clean at all, but I don't think price would want to go back up there, because we broke structure, and hopefully we see more push lower. I mean, it could bounce here and come stop me out at $40, but that's fine. I was respecting 50% of this IFG, so I'm banking on that it won't, go through that swing point that it formed there. No, so 0.3%, 0.3% to 1%. I will scalp, or I will trade. That's the way I risk. If I see a good scalp setting up, I can risk 1% and try to make a quick 1 or 2% from there. Then I've got, if I cash in at 1 or 2%, I will then scale down to 0.5%. It gives me more opportunities if I want to trade more. And it all depends on the structure, which 100%. hands on the quality. And the other thing you must remember, like this trade, I've decided to take this trade. I could have taken 1,000 off here now, but I'm risking 490, which is fine. If we see, so oh gosh, there's your swing point. I need to see price close below the swing point. Then I could start moving my stop close to break even above the swing, and I hope that we'll find even more further push down. What was I saying? Yeah, so I would never go and think this is a good setup. Let's risk 3%. The key is to keep it consistent. So sometimes I'll take a 1% and then I'll start manage the trade and I'll add to that 1%. And there's times that I'll end up sitting with like 3% risk, or 3%, you know, I'm on the trade, but my risk I reduce very quickly to break even. In this particular trade right here, didn't have a chance or an opportunity to see we got stopped out there, but that's fine. And you guys will see. I mean, I'm saying it's fine because we'll see how it plays out now. One doubt. Do you stream also AM? Okay, guys, I am streaming AM and PM. This week was a bit of a silly week. I've been traveling and yeah, so up and down. So the PM works best for me for this week. From next week, I'll be in a full swing with AM. I think what you got to do is just subscribe for notifications, and you'll see, because I'll try to put it up ahead of time. Tomorrow, I will do. Just want to check something quickly. Just give me a second. Tomorrow I'll do an AM session. Definitely tomorrow. And then from next week, it will be more consistent. All right, so I mean, I reduced my risk here, which was normal. We went through to these equal lows. We bounced from it, which is fine. Now we just need to find where it's going to bounce to. I still think we're going to go for these 24,000 level. So we might see this is a pullback. Yeah, let's just keep an eye on it. Yes, because this is a new channel, all of that, I am doing some research on Discord, Easter weekend, this weekend. So I'm going to put some effort in there, try to get it up and going as soon as possible. I'll let you guys know. And then a good place for me where I can post on the go screenshots of levels. I do it quite often on a different channel where I've set up. I sent some images out today of a good trade, and yeah, Discord is definitely coming, so just be patient. And for now, I'm going to take it one step at a time. So this IFG is on the 1 minute chart. So yeah, we're dancing around with this one right now. I mean, there's a bunch of IFGs if you really go up, but I'm just looking at the ones that I'm at right now. Right, so the indicator on the bottom, that's a momentum indicator that I've developed. It's not, I haven't designed it. It's a simple stochastic. But for the last 3 years, I've been playing around with settings, you know, to show, I'll show you guys how it works now. I'm not going to share the settings because I've been using it for a long time on my own, testing it, back testing it, and find the right settings for the best momentum. I'll make a video about it so everybody knows how to use it, and then I'll try to build it into a standard indicator where I can give you guys access to put it on your chart and start trading from it and see how it goes. Yeah, stick around, and I mean, never too old or too young or too new or too experienced to learn from someone. I've been trading for more than a decade, and I've paid my school fees many years ago. I'm on a place now where I'm consistent, and not just because I'm trading a model. It's because I've taken a bunch of stuff that I've learned and I've turned it into a model that works for me, that I've back tested, that I've trust, and I think then you just follow the process. The money comes at the end. I'm not sitting here and say, all right, I need to make $10,000 today. How am I going to do it? I come here and I say to myself, okay, the process is this. I need to train myself to execute on that process the best way I can. Not try to jump in early, too late, or, you know, fear of missing out, all of that, but follow the process. Once you follow the process and you've got your risk parameters, the money will come. All right. I just want to see something. Quickly. All right, so this is a nice pullback, and so this high spiked through it. One could take a short here and take it down. I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to wait for this one, and the reason is structure is down here. If you want to take this trade down to this level here, you gotta wait for price to break structure. And unfortunately, structure is, and now you can see this IFEG got inverted, spike through, invert, getting inversed again. Like I said earlier, the minute you see that happen in the past, good price action, then you see price ranging sideways. So yeah, let's see. That indicator is not RSI, it's a stochastic. Yeah, exactly. We're waiting for that. I'm going to mark it out here. I'm going to say break of structure questions. So we now need to wait and see if this is going to be a break of structure that's going to come. Okay, so this big blue background that you see that we're in now, that is a bigger fair value gap on a daily, and that's where we're in this fair value gap, this blue black background. This is where I was looking for shorts to take it down, but we obviously need to just be mindful of price. Price can do whatever it wants. Yeah, and it depends on how price is closing today. Yeah, so the strong bullish candle, you're referring to the daily candle. I'll go to the daily candle now and show you guys. Just see what's happening here. That's, this is a 15-minute. You see price. Let's take this off so you guys can see. Nice black candles. A little bit of a pause. So we could see price go up here and then close. If this forms a swing point here, we want to see a close below it, and then we'll target this low here. Someone asked me yesterday about equal lows. This low here and this low here is relatively equal. They're not 100% or even 80%, but because this low didn't go below this is liquidity and that's liquidity. See what happens on the 5-minute here. Okay, so let's keep marking these things out. Alright, so I want to see what's happening here. Are we going to close aggressively below this swing point here? This one here. Okay. So I'm looking also at this fair value gap here, and there's a swing point there. See, we didn't close below that, so we could quite easily come back up here. This is also a little swing point. Okay. Yeah, so I agree. Those bullish candles, a little sweep there, but you have to also, well, I'm not saying you have to, but I also look at the momentum, not through the indicator. I mean, we could take the indicator off here. I mean, aggressively push up, 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 reject, and then this is not so aggressive. So that tells me we might want to do, maybe we run higher, taking this out before we see some sort of aggressive move. Because remember how a liquidity rate works is if you got a high and the market goes aggressively in that direction, everybody thinks this was the turning point, we're going higher. And then it needs to trap people to think we're breaking structure to go higher. And then it needs to reject aggressively away from it to trap people in those longs. And then come break structure lower to stop them out. But yeah, so when price do this, it gives people time to think and to analyze and to decide. But you just have to be careful to look at certain structures. So we've got this line in the sand, this fair value gap. We want to get close below this. Yeah, we could go sideways, go back up, and then drop hard, or do some other fancy stuff. This indicator, I don't trade this blindly. I can show you guys, this was the entry earlier. Nice energetic candle breaking structure here and close below the momentum block, going in a bearish momentum, and the dotted line comes from that 89% sloping down. And if you take a trade like this, you would enter there, put your stop there, and you want to take a 10 pointer, or in this case, if you want a 2 to 1, go 24 is about there. So there's your 2 to 1 trade. And that's it. You're not going to sit here and trade 200 trades. You literally just want that one nice trade. If you can just book a 2 to 1 trade once a day, I promise you guys, you'll make so much money. And so if you were risking 1%, you'll make 2%. But if you follow the structure right, and you want to use this indicator to tell you this is a confirmation on momentum, that's all it is. There's no momentum here telling us to do anything. The red line is sloping up here, the dotted line. So that's indicating the momentum is slowing down. Although we're still below here, we've got the blue line also moving in the sideways move. This does not mean this can't drop. You can still do it. But I wouldn't just look at this now. Now I'll look at structure and trade it from there. Hey guys, don't forget to like this video, and or give me a thumbs up there. That would be great. All right, let's see. Now we're stuck. Let's have a look. Is Trump speaking soon? Or is Trump speaking today. I don't know, I'm just trying to see if there's any news coming out. Or is there a reason why price is stalling here? See how that Fair Value Gap's holding price. 9 p.m. in, what is that, New York time? Right, so yeah, price could then do some funny things here at the end, trap people, and then maybe see some aggressive movement. Amazing how we suddenly get stuck here. Okay, so we can take this one off. That one is not want to move. So you can't even trade these conditions. You don't want to get stuck there. And one thing I never do, or I try never to do it, is to preempt the market. I could have said, oh, we ran liquidity here, we're going to do this. And then when this candle was nice and black here, I could have tried to preempt it by shorting it. I would have get stuck here and, you know, stuck in drawdown. So the one thing I keep in my mind the way price moves. So price move in 3 cycles. It consolidates, it manipulates, and then it expands. Could be in any direction. So when you see price getting consolidation like this, ignore this liquidity here. Okay, so now what? What do I want to see? There's a high there. Are we going to rate it? Or are we going to rate up to there? So I want to see price run a previous high quickly, but reject it quickly and break structure. Then I know, okay, so we consolidate, manipulate. Now we want to see expansion. And then you just trade in that direction. You'll be right more than you're going to be wrong. But then again, another very important thing is to keep look, there's days that you can target home runs, but it's very important to focus on base hits as well. Take a trade and, you know, put up your risk. I just want to mark this out, and then target a 2 to 1 or more than I mean, even if it's a small trade to here, from there to here, that's it. Even if you believe it's going to go there, you don't know if price is really going to go there. So basics. That's why I do a scalping session as well. I would sit here, in my living room, and I'll have my laptop open and the charts there. I don't sit and watch the charts every 2 minutes. I'll leave it on and I'll carry on with my life. If I see something set up, I can see it very quickly. I can take 10 points and I'm done. Okay, so now it looks like we run that low, but now we want to see a slice through here and close at least below 50% of this fair value gap, and then see if we want to go lower. This is also a fair value gap right now. As you can see, we're bouncing from it. Yeah, I'm keeping a close eye for those equal lows. I promise you guys one thing: if you start reading price on structure and momentum and your gaps and all of that, you'll be, I don't know, I eliminated a lot of guesswork and discipline. No, not eliminated discipline, but to be undisciplined and move more towards a discipline. Where in the past, I would have say, oh, that's a liquidity. Oh, yeah, we broke, spike through, so it's a structure break. Start enter here and then get whipsaw, get stopped out, and I'm like, doesn't work. That type of thing. So just be careful. So one thing that's important, if you had asked me, why don't you just take along on this fair value gap? I will look for price to go up. We didn't close above this. If we closed above here and there's a fair value gap and we ran a liquidity here, I most probably would have taken the long there. So if we close above this swing point now, let's see. And the reason we just closed above that, and we might target these highs here. It's equal highs. Let's see. I just want to see something else. If I take it from the top. Okay. So if I take it from the top to the bottom, there's 50% there. Those equal highs is just above 50%. So, and that's just this range down. So if we want to go higher here, that's probably where I would target. But guys, I'm not saying to take a long here. So we broke this. It's a little fair value gap there. We broke above, see this momentum broke above this purple block, 10 points. Let's try one. Okay, so we can take it, well, let's try it. That should be a protected low there. Okay, so why did I say that's a protected low? Because we close above here, so I don't want to see price come back to this low. So could come back to this fair value gap, but let's see. Now my next view is are we going to close above this high? If we do, then let's see if we can push higher here. We could come back into this fair value gap here before we run higher. So we could stop right there, create new equal highs, come back and then run it. I just want to see if I took this here, there's your 10 points, 5 points drawdown. Okay, let's see. So with this indicator, when these things come together, it's easy to take a 10 points and that's it. That is if you want to scalp like that. I do it all the time, and 10 points is easy. For 2 minutes, it's what, like $400 or something. Okay, limit order is the fair value gap. So this fair value gap here, is that the one? Right, but I also look at when I mark this out. See that fair value gap lines up exactly with the 50% of that push higher, which is a good thing. So if I was going to hold, I would obviously take my order right at the top end of that fair value gap, because we might see now it's consolidating, manipulating in there, and then bounce for the expansion. Right, so let's see if we can get that manipulation into this fair value gap and then expanding higher. And as you guys can see, this high here and this high here is now equal highs. It's not 100%, doesn't have to be. Okay, so now you want to see some sort of a rejection here. And if this rejection now closes above here, my stop goes right below that. Okay, now we want to see price move higher. It could come back to 50% of this wick and then bounce higher. There's 50%. Let's see if we can get a punch up. Looks like unfinished business there. See, now we inverse this fair value gap again. Let's see if we can get that push up there. Okay, so we need to close above here for me to move my stop closer here. So I could have waited for price to come in here. Would have made more sense. Yeah, so it was a bit of a late entry. My entry at least. Well done to those who took the fair value gap. Now hopefully it holds and not disappoint us here. Alright, let's see if we can get that push through now. It's a nice candle. So this is what I'm saying, guys. Nice big black candles down, tripping us up, thinking this is a short IFEG, and then two nice candles, momentum, rejecting from there. So, I mean, this could still turn around. I need to see it close above here. Remember what we said: consolidation, manipulation, expansion. That's why I'm expecting price to expand out of here. Well, there's a little fair value gap there. Go on, expand now. Guys, feel free to speak through any sort of analysis that you see, even if I don't trade it. Happy for you to talk through whatever you see. I've got a certain way of trading. If I'll give you an example, if someone is trading support and resistance or whatever, I'm not gonna dismantle it and say it's wrong. I believe that anyone can make money in the market with absolutely anything that's available. If you like a moving average, you can make money off a moving average if you know exactly how that thing ticks, and you've done the back test, you trust it, you know what setups work and what doesn't, then you can make money. I know traders that trade just Fibonacci or Wyckoff or whatever, and what's that other indicator, Bollinger Bands and all of that. They make money. So I would never tell you it's wrong, because I might be bullish and you might be bearish, and both of us can make money at the same time. As weird as that sounds. Right. I don't know if this little gap wants to hold. Gosh. This little spikes is just there to trip people up. That's why you guys will see I wait for very, very, very specific rules for me to manage my risk. If we now go and close above here, this goes there, under there, not here, there, because this is the swing low that sent price higher. This again is a smaller version of consolidation, manipulation, and now we want to see expansion. One thing that bugs me about this is this was a nice big push up, come down, push up, down, nice big push up, don't go higher, a smaller push down. So we're contracting, we're making higher lows, but the higher high is pretty flat, like a triangle, and it's either going to break out or spike to take all these lows out and then run up. So let's see. Okay, come on. I know you want to do it. See, now we've got perfect equal highs there. Like I said earlier, we might print that and then come down. I hope we don't come down because I don't want to get stopped on this trade. Okay, so this low is important. But now I don't want to see a spike here, guys, because if I see a spike here, this thing could quite easily come and slice through, boom, 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 to take all the stops out because people might trade in these breakouts. But yeah, let's see. Let's see. Okay, so re-entry. Does that mean you've entered another position? Okay, that's what we want to see. Remember, we've got these equal highs up here. All right, so we closed above there, so I can luckily reduce my risk to $400 here. Let's see if we can get that 2,000 up there. Right, so yes, 2 positions, well done. That mini fair value gap, that's a good one. That's a good trade. Yeah, I wouldn't re-enter here. I mean, this is probably going to create another fair value gap right on top of this. That would be a nice entry to take it higher, but you don't want to over risk yourself. The biggest thing about trading is you want to scale in. That's how you make money. But you scale in when you reduce your risk. If I had a risk parameter of $1,000 per trade, now it's 400 here. Okay, now it allows me to take another trade, maybe not 2 minis, maybe 1, to turn that into 1,000 again. But the upside is far greater. Just DCA. What is that? See, now if this thing pushed down through this low, that's fine, then I'd rather take a loss. But I won't leave my stops below, yeah, because we might now test this little fair value gap and then expand. That's the fair value gap. Now we want to see price close above here. Trying to see something else here. So, geez, if price really wants, it could potentially come down to here, which I hope not. If we close above here now, I'll move my stop in the money, and then I'll see if I can get it all the way to the top. Okay. Okay, got it. Dollar cost average, that's fine. Equal highs, yes. Take profit at equal highs, which is good. Come on, give us this nice trade. Come on, give us a nice close above here. Okay, so while we wait for this, guys, this is currently printing nice liquidity. It's a trend line liquidity, as I call it. There's a high, a low, a high, low. So the lows gets higher. So people are moving their stops like I am. And at some point, we'll see maybe a quick move down, slicing through all those lows. But hopefully that happens when we hit our equal highs here. Then we'll be out of the trade, and then it can slice wherever it wants to. 247. Yes, that's it. That's right over here. Oh yes, yeah. This is it. Equal highs. Don't like what price is doing there, but let's see. Look, guys, I could close my trade right here, take $1,000 and walk away, and I'm profitable for the session. But I like to trust price and how I read price to take it to a target, because price do move from liquidity to liquidity. We ran liquidity down here, and now it gives us an opportunity to go up to there. That's a nice move. Yeah, baby, push it all the way. Because it's so aggressive right now, I'm going to move my stop to in the money right away. I don't have to wait for this thing to close, because if this thing pins right down here now, it could quite easily just boom, drop like a rock. Okay, let's see if we can get it. Okay, so this is now the new protected low, and this high was taken. This one, sorry. 2,220. Do it now. Push, baby, push. What? 10 minutes. What's happening at 10 minutes? Oh. 10-minute break of structure. Okay. Good. Oh gosh, I hate these little. As you guys can see, this momentum is going into this 89% level. That means it could go up, 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 or sideways and then drop. Or it could do anything, but this is pretty bullish right now on a 1 minute. Alright, so there's a fair value gap, so let's just go there. 800. Why did I put it there? This big candle, fair value gap. I don't want to see price come below it. So in case it wants to leave this and do some funny business down here. want that bounce of that fair value gap now. And guys, I'm dead serious. If you find a trade like this, what we just did now, and you don't have to go after this trade, look for another trade, look for another trade. If you just sit and wait, come to the charts twice a day and look for one nice setup. And you don't even have to try to get involved the minute you sit in front of a chart. If you just sit and wait, I mean, if you really waited for price to do something here, you could have taken a trade right here. That's enough to give you a good profit up to there. There was obviously a nice trade here, a nice trade there. But if you missed all of this, this is a giveaway for a trade. And yeah, then you just ride it. I mean, will it work all the time? No. But will it, for you, it's got to be a process. This is not, I didn't sit here and think, I'm going to make $2,000 on this trade. I sat here and said, all right, if this happens, this is what I'll do. It's set up like that, and that's the process, and I just followed the process. Thing is now, this thing could quite easily come and stop me out, but then I've got $840 in the back, less the 400 and something I lost in the trade before, which is fine. Still make money. A profit's a profit. Oh gosh, how long did it take me to be profitable? So I have been trading on my own for probably about five years or something, but I don't know about ICT. I don't know about all of these smart money concepts. I was trying absolutely every indicator in the world and listen to every old guy that knows how to trade. And I didn't make money. I then met ICT and beat the market, Steve Mauro from Market Maker Method or something. And that gave me clarity. And I did a whole series of testing that, and that probably took about, I think 2-3 years. And I think the other thing was emotions. And I do not know. So obviously you guys don't know my background. I've got a risk management background in the sports gambling area. So I think that is possibly what helped me about trading. So I used to bet on sports, horse racing, and all of that stuff. And that's the process. I build models to predict probability and all of that. So in my mind, it's fairly simple. The probability, say for this trade to hit target, is in my favor. Then to come down, can it come down and stop me out? Yes, of course it can. But am I willing to risk double this? Yeah, I'm happy to do it. I've seen this work out many times before. So I think that's the one thing that helped me with my thinking and my emotions. Look, let me tell you guys one thing. Trading did bring or taught me a lot about myself and how I mean, especially if you try everything on the market and it doesn't work and you lose money and you pay top dollar for it, and there we go, I got stopped out, but I still made money. And I got frustrated and I didn't like it at all. And the only way I mean, I'm going to say I was lucky enough to find ICT and beat the market maker method or something. And the way they explained it to me, I know ICT is overwhelming. And yeah, I mean, I've picked what worked for me and I just stuck to that, what makes sense to me. And yeah, that's a long story to explain something small. Okay, now you say IFG, which is good. The only reason why I would not take that IFG is we haven't run liquidity yet. And this is a order block right here, so this could quite easily bounce off, but this IFG could hold, because remember we've got all this liquidity here. So just before everybody get excited, then we see this big drop and then go back up to take liquidity. And IFG rules are simple. Candle close, if you entered here and the candle close above it, you scratch the trade. But obviously we wanted to go that way. I don't have a trade open. I'm not going to take a trade now. I'm just explaining that. Guys, thanks for the feedback, the engagement, and glad you guys like the way I explain things. Obviously, if you guys got questions and stuff, feel free to ask away. So normally, I would most probably try to short this thing, and maybe it will work out. I'm not saying it won't, but I got burned so many times doing this. So I know for a fact that IFG is good if it's going to liquidity, or it's best after it ran liquidity and then invert. And I mean, this is the one thing I've learned. If it's stuck between two fair value gaps, rather stay away, because this thing might come down here, up there, down here, and start ranging from here. But there's a bunch of fair value gaps here. You want to see it either move in a direction and slice through fair value gaps and not get stuck. Okay, so I only make 420 today in this session. Yeah, the triple equal highs. Now every retail trader thinks, geez, that's a solid place to put your stop. If you want to see this trade run those equal highs, then I'm probably going to call it a day. Yeah. But let's see. Come on, we're going to run those highs. I know you want to. How many points is it from here to there? It's 14 points. Let's see. Let's take a 10 point here. I haven't done it yet because we didn't close or inverse. Maybe not. Yep. See what I mean with price stuck between two fair value gaps. Well, I think we might see the push up here. Let's say if we close, let's buy to there, then target 600. Come on, I know you want to break through. Run for the moon. Come on, push it. Gosh, you trading 15-second charts. I can't go lower than a 1 minute. Probably 15 seconds good, but geez, that's too quick for me. Come baby, push, push, push. There we go. Push it. Don't spike. I want big, real bodies. Yes. Okay, so people might ask me, so why did you take a loss, not a loss, a stop loss in that other trade? Well, this thing could easily retrace further down. We don't know. Nobody knows until it actually reversed like this. So I'm happy to take that loss. And if I feel it's still going to do it, I can re-enter like I did here. There we go. All right, so I managed to end up $1,000. Not too bad. Now we could see this thing pull back and take all of these lows out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave this one here because I think that's important. I'm going to take this off, this off, this off, this off. Nice rejection there. Take this off. Gosh. I won't just take this. I need to see price give me a very good reason why we're going to sell off from here. And at this point, there's nothing much to sell off from. Remember, this was the 50% of the range of that initial push down. So this is a very good place to take a short. I'm not going to do it. I would, if it was early in the day and this happened, I would look at my momentum. The minute this blue line crosses through the purple block, I would take a short and try to capture, ultimate target is this one down here. All right, so I think that's it from my side, everybody. First of all, thanks for you joining in and talking through the trades and engage with me, and thanks for your likes and thanks for your support. I enjoy working or trading with you guys. I'll be in AM tomorrow and then maybe PM, surely PM tomorrow afternoon as well. Like I said, this is a trade. I'm in, I'm out, and that's it. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen at 9 p.m. when Trump speaks. And just bear in mind, we're getting closer to the NFP. Yeah, so thanks again, guys. What time is the stream tomorrow? Okay, so AM would be 9:30, and then PM will be same. It will be 2 p.m. All right, thanks everybody. Have a good day, and don't overtrade now. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.